everyone, welcome back to our channel. On this episode of Moments with
Bramos.
we will be doing question and answers. So we put out an ad for persons to ask us any question that they desire to ask us, and we did promise that we will answer to the best of our abilities.
True.
So let's get right into it.
All right.
So question number 1, you want to read it?
All right. Did you ever got up one day and wonder if you married the right person?
Did you ever get up one day and wonder if you got married to the right person? You want to answer that?
I never thought about that still, that, tell the truth. In answering that, what I will say is that you will always have doubt. You will always have doubt when situation arises within the relationship if you indeed had married the right person, because maybe you're in a situation where the person probably is just get sick. No, not true, no word. But as I mentioned that, I can tell her when we just started, when we were engaged, she used to live at the hospital and she was not a nurse. Alright, and then at that note I must big up Kiamo. But you know Kiamo.
Yeah.
I remember calling Kiamo
Oh, that's my cousin.
hours a night. Yeah, that's her cousin. Calling Kiamo hours a night from about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in carry her to the hospital, and she was sick, had asthma at the time. And I was thinking to myself, no, is this something I really want to take on? Because if she's so sick already and I'm not married, can you imagine when we do get married, what really happen? But then it hit me and said, then if this is the person I decide to get married to, and they were part of the vows, although I'm not take it yet, say, till those part and in sickness and in health, then this is just maybe a test to see if me gonna really go through with it. Because indeed, if we not go through with it now, when we do get married, possibly me gonna go through it, and this is really a test for me to see if me gonna continue with the relationship after this scenario. I would believe that yes, I did think about it, but the outcome, as you can see right now, was yes,
16
and
years
it is 16
later.
years going. And you have to be, this is something that is a good question, and it's something that you really have to really answer, because sickness come upon a person when you don't expect it. You might have a problem that is underlying for many years, and all of a sudden out of the blue it just come, and you have to say to yourself, no, you have to spend a lot of money, a lot of time at the hospital, and then you have to start think again, if the person is sick, if the partner is sick, would that sickness be transferred to the kids that you're gonna have in the future? So it's a twofold, and it's not a gamble, but I believe that I trust God to take care of everything. And if at that day I go down that aisle with Natalia, and that day I believe that God is going to take us through, regardless of the situation that we have gone through. It could be as like a climbing Mount Everest, but then at the end of the day, you're going to reach it up if you're determined enough to reach it up, and you did, and we did. It's now 16 years.
From my perspective, did I ever get up and wonder if I got married to the right person? Yes, a couple times. Well, one such instance, you know, you have not lived with the individual, and now you're in a situation where you're married, living with somebody that you didn't live with before, so you start learning things that you didn't know before. One such thing is snore, and mighty God, like almost 3 months, I got up one morning and said, Lord Jesus, this may have got to live with the rest of my life. But like he said, it's a sacrifice. And when you have come to the knowledge and understand that you have taken vows, that you have to make sure that you honor under God. Yes, so that's one instance. Another instance was when I started to find out some, like he mentioned, sicknesses. When you start checking family background, he has never been sick. has never been sick.
Good food and the good black jeans.
Really? Or a good something else? Anyway,
I will not answer.
Right, as we were saying, when you start finding out things about like sicknesses in family background, you're starting to wonder if, oh my God, if such person is sick with this condition or died from this condition in the family, what if, you know, you make you start wonder. But we do have instances where that would have happened, but again, like he mentioned, we decided to trust God, and here we are. We're here. Next question, and that one I will read. Do you think it was the butterflies that made you fall in love? No.
No, sir.
Definitely not.
If it was a butterfly,
this is married over a long
if it was a
time.
butterfly, the butterfly would have gone out of the belly a long time. So it's definitely not the butterfly.
So it's not about the. Of course, you when you start dating, especially when you reach the point where engagement come into play, and of course all the butterflies and all over the place. Yeah, but
They multiply.
but no, it wasn't the butterflies that indicated that we were in love. What was it that indicated that we were in love? From my perspective, it was his desire for God, and the like I said, me never used to read Bible, and that was drew my attention. Because remember I told you in previous video that I was always talking to God and telling God I wanted somebody rooted and grounded in the word and in church, and that was what drew my attention to him, causing me to starting to love him even more. The fact that he knew the word, like this man could have just spit out the word, like, oh my God. I felt like I felt like I did not know anything, but the fact that he was just, you know, he was able to, like, any little situation come up, he would use the word. That's what I admire most about him. He would use the word in any situation. He always find a scripture that matches the situation, and based on that now we would get through whatever the situation is. What was it that made you fall in love?
Alright, before I
ask you every day that question.
Before I got to that, and she mentioned the word, and I have to, I would say hats off. I have to, I would say 3 particular persons. First of all, it would be Sister Salter for not coming to that quiz practice that evening, because if you never come, or if you did come, possibly the adventures that I've gotten in the word, I know in the word, I had come to that quiz practice, chances are my life would be different from now in comparison to now. Wouldn't be that as bright as how it is now. And then Pastor Salter for confirming it, because he's the pastor, of course, so he confirmed the fact that then I would be the person who in charge of the quiz team. And thirdly, to Pastor Robinson, because when he started that new church, PWC, it was not PWC, it was Praise Chapel Extended Sunday School. That is the first name.
Okay.
Praise Chapel Extended Sunday School. So the fact that it was an extended Sunday school, we used to leave church Sunday and then leave, go home, you know, get us a relax, and then he would now come and pick us up, my mother and I, and we go to Portobello, and then we would teach Sunday school now to the kids around the area. So that now give me the drive and the push to have to know, read the Bible, and
So
to
I
know,
learned something too,
and to
never
know,
that.
yeah, that give me the drive to know the word, because you can't teach the word if you don't know it. So hats off to him, honestly, as honestly, he was the one that really the whole evangelism. I never knew evangelism until I started going out with him to do all these missionary work.
What was it that caused you to fall in love, or let you know that you were in love? Let me ask you every day. Come here, sir. Feisty, like me ask every day. What draw your attention to me?
It was not the feistiness. It was the browning. I gotta tell you the truth. It was the browning.
So weird. So weird.
I joke, man. It was
Look
not.
here, no play with me.
Alright, simply put. I wanted somebody who can get me out of my shell. Because I knew at the time that I was in my shell. Probably want somebody to take me out, but you don't know. Me shy, so what I gonna do? I want somebody to take me out.
Other people never did that.
Yeah, people try, but you know, some people want to. put it this way. Every young man or young woman have they have tastes and you have class and you want to find that person. Quality. And honestly, I wouldn't say I was looking. Honestly, I was not looking. But the fact that that person showed up, the fact that she showed up, then I start showing my interest.
But me, I look on the fuck and I say, holy for young girls used to in at this store, like hundreds of young girls used to come in there. So like,
Gender
what was
people.
so special about me?
Gender people. In every situation, no matter who, the crowd or whatever, there is always somebody that strike your eye. In that crowd, a young lady that was in that store, thanks again, Sister Salta, for hiring me. I saw that one person that rose.
So because he get hired there, making see me.
Possibly, I never know. God has some things in that.
Thank you, Sister Salta.
God has some things in store for people that they don't even know that it exists until you deeper down in our life you look upon it and you say, what if Sister Salta never hire me?
Where would I meet?
Where would I meet her?
That's true.
What if I just went to Michael like I wanted to do and I didn't see him Montego Bay? What if? But then the what if turned to no, God wanted me to be here.
Yes.
And God wanted me to find her.
And here we are today.
Alright.
Question number 3. Did you get spiritual confirmation that you were meant for each other? Did we? What I can remember is that I remember after the week of fasting that Sister Love and myself went on. I remember she said to me I think it was the week before, the Friday evening when I called her and we were talking about the whole thing, and she said to me, it is now up to God to decide, but if you think you find any reason not to go through with it, you still have time. And I smiled and I thought about it. But to be honest with you, did we get spiritual confirmation? I would say the spiritual confirmation came when we started planning the wedding. And like everything that we needed, like every time we find ourselves at a roadblock, you remember? Like every time we find ourselves at a roadblock, it's like somebody just pop up and say, hey, you have everything, may have this can give you. And it's always that thing that we needed. So if I were to say spiritual, I would bank on that, considering that in the process, like everything was just on spot, provided without we had to stress. And like every time we fall into a situation where we didn't have something, somebody just showed up with it.
Well, for me, I wouldn't say that I get an outright confirmation from God say yes, this is the person, all of that. But as she has said that we didn't have any major roadblock going into this marriage. All of the things that we wanted to get to the wedding was just achieved in a fairly good time with no hiccups from anybody. So I think the last one, as she has mentioned, the last in one of the videos, that the day when she was supposed to get picked up by Mr. Dave. Big up yourself, Mr. Dave. Mr. Dale bring the car to garage. I don't know what happened, but he bring the car to garage and she came late.
And Mark, you by this point, I don't cut it, but Mark, you at this point, I don't remember if I shared that in the last video, but by this point when I realized that the time for the wedding had passed, I took off the gown and went and lay down in my bed. Honestly, me take off the gown and go lay down in my bed.
People, after 16 years, I first learned about that. I never hear about that. So, thanks for the question.
Thank you for the encouragement, because I took off the gown and go and lay down in the bed. And Tasha Lee said, not because I actually started crying now. And Tasha Lee, oh my God, Tash, thank you so much. Tash was there to encourage me. My sister was there to encourage me. And them said, come on, put on back your clothes. Dale must have come. But then he called, I think, maybe 15 minutes before 3 o'clock and said he was on his way. Like, I was so upset. It's my wedding day. I'm late. And I did tell the people I'm not going to be late. Like, it was... oh my God. I'm sure I'm in their church. I sweat.
Yeah, man, there sweat, man. Big up Brother Arlen. Mr. Robinson, you drive me sweat that day there.
Right, so that's another question. Who is more persistent and how does the other party feel about that? Who is more persistent?
Where the persistent is concerned, I'm not gonna say that I am not, but I would believe Natalia is more persistent.
And how do you feel about that?
I don't. I'm thankful that's the case, because at times, if I'm not forthcoming or forthwith with doing certain things, she would remind me or tell me, yeah, this needs to be done, and
Hello.
get me back on track and all
me.
these things. You see what I say? So
He don't remember nothing. He don't remember nothing. So thank God
remember, still good, man.
I am who I am. It's kind of it can be a blessing and it can be a curse, because like I mentioned, me kind of OCD, and sometimes me too organized, and because me too organized, sometimes me feel like sometimes me a 9. I don't know how you think about that.
Alright, put it this way. I would say that I would believe that every man, I'm talking for myself now, but I would want to believe that every man would want a woman in their life that helps them keep on track. Meaning, I would not want to know that I'm going off track and I don't have anybody to say, get back in line, or this is what you need to stick to, or make sure so you're doing this according to this way. Because at the end of the day, if you continue going down, you're going to look back and say that if I have a wife and my wife can't sit, and my wife did not see me going off track, or she saw me going off track and did not even correct me or say get back in line, then what is the purpose of me having a wife if I can't get somebody, if you can't correct me when I'm going out of line? Because two of them are supposed to help each other. So if you can't talk to me and me see to understand, then I guess then we shouldn't get married. But that is not the case with us. If me I go offline, she will tell me, and I will tell her the same thing.
And like I mentioned before, I don't know how to sugarcoat nothing, so I'm going to get the same. I'm not going to cuss him out, but I'm going to tell him, listen boss, you're not doing this thing right.
Alright, people, I can tell her, as we mentioned before, so therefore what I will do, I maybe make you run for a little while and see what I go on, and then me tell her forthright, because what I don't want to do is to tell you out front and make it seem as if I am being, I want to be forceful. I mean, like me want in control and all of that and take over the situation.
But you're supposed to be in control.
Yeah, I understand that, but you know, when I try to correct, so when I correct somebody, some people, they believe that you're running the life and all that, when that is not the case. I was trying to point them in the right direction.
And that's the beauty about the relationship. We're able to talk, we're able to share our feelings, and I know sometimes, may I be honest with you now? In quiet, but he also can come across very offensive, because like me, we're just playing him now. Him store up everything, and he store up everything, and maybe one day when something happen, he just drop everything, so like one big bomb, poof. So sometimes it can come across offensive, but the beauty about it is that we're able to talk. So when it come across offensive, me just get quiet for a little while, and he will say one hour, and then I will say what it is.
People, if you have a partner, and we've been together for 16 years, so by now, she know me and me know her. So I know how she stay, and she know how me stay. So it's not like if I do something out of the way, she know that is how I deal with the situation. So it would not, don't take it as if, she's not gonna take it as if I'm being rude,
right,
are very offensive to her, but just to know that that is how I am. That is the personality that I have, and for 16 years now, that if it's going to change, I don't know. Possibly for what way, you know. It's working. It's working so far.
It's working first.
It's working so far.
So this question, when I read it, I was like, oh my god, alright, let's see how well we can answer this one.
Hold on.
So
I don't know that question. I'm not telling the truth. I don't see them. I don't know that question.
Oh, he did not see the questions, and I chose not to share the questions with him before the video. So this question, yeah, cross your heart. So this question says, what sustains the marriage when you feel as if love is waxed cold and the sexual desires are not there?
Yeah, answer
I'll
first.
leave you to answer that one first. I'll let you.
Alright, people. Remember, alright.
Let me go first.
No, man, me talk. Then people them not hear me talk much, you know, so my friends don't listen about talk up the things them. Alright, hear me. Remember in the questions and answers, we said that I said that I was the more romantic person.
Yes.
So I would tell her that I'm not saying she's not, but I am the more. So you have to spice up the thing.
Your ears spice up the thing.
So if it's not me, I have a go out and I will get some lingerie. I get a lingerie. I maybe get 2.
So you're trying to say there are times when you feel like nothing not going for you, you just have to spice up it. You're
Of
trying to
course.
say me lose it.
You not lose it, what probably half track. You have to get it back. You have to get yourself and track. And
Track. You're
maybe-
trained.
You're the real. Alright, what I'm saying is that because you have work, you have kids, you have all of these things, you know,
From the man's perspective.
you have all of these things. So what I do normally, you know, I go to a store, look on some lingerie. If it's even a one panty, it makes the difference. I can tell you. If it is not a flower, not the flower you need to put in a pot, but the one flower. Alright? So I can tell her, she know. And I remember I'll be walking home from work. And you know you probably go pick some fruits and come back and thing. And you walk, you see one flower in the bush. No, you just see that one flower in the bush and you say, me have to get it. And me tell her me go through Macca and me go and pick the one flower and me carry come. And honestly, she said to me, if me can't have money, me could just buy a flower and come give her. And me say, no, it's just thought that counts. And me tell her what me do if get that the one flower, they would never believe me show her the Macca book.
And sometimes when you share the
Alright.
stories how he picked that one flower, I feel so bad because I'm like, oh my god, look when you go through to get one flower. And then that, you know, is spark something
You
and
see?
then gush something.
Because people, you know that I tell her that I love flowers. So if I can get the flower by the root, I will take the flower by the root because I will present it to her, but then I know I'm gonna plant that particular flower. So every time she come over to the greenhouse now back home, I would just remind her that is her flower and I'm watering it. And every now and then when the flower get big and I can you know, pick a flower off of it, I would just pick it off. Bring
so
it
that
to her.
came from your
that
flower.
came from your flower, and I would just sometimes, you know, for spice up the thing, me get some bougainvillea, you know, the different colors, and just
Yes.
put it on the bed.
So
Start
you
it
can't
up.
let me tell a story too. You can't let me tell a
Alright,
story
people,
too.
finish it.
So this one is for you know yourself who asked this question, and I chose not to mention the individual. However, yes, there are days when, you know, being cumbered with work and like he mentioned kids, and let me tell you something, yes, when you start have children, cut your vibes big time. But you see, when you are able to acknowledge what's happening, or you have a partner who is able to see from afar, you know, with a telescope and say, no man, something alright, and is able to do something about it, it brings back the, yes, still a guitar
Memories.
groove back. It brings back the groove, right? So, like he mentioned, there are many different things. He's more romantic, but that doesn't mean I am not. So, like when Mrs. said him vibes not as I would have wanted it to be, maybe there's some little crazy things like, you know, the drop soap situation. Yeah, cause you know, we were taught that men are moved by what they see. So you know what they want to see, and you know
we see
say
a lot.
men are attracted by you know, men are attracted by how a lady put themselves together too. So when you're in the home, as much as we are Christians, many persons may not agree, but you can't in a long frock down your ankle. You can't do something there. No. You can't in a long frock down your ankle. And you can't have on the church at in your house or your head look like say you come from the deepest part of Africa. No. You have to look good. So
Continue, man, continue.
so you have to fix up yourself.
Of course.
And if your man left you go to work, in a breast slip over your breast and I can come back and see you with slip over your breast. Come on. Fix up yourself,
Sort
man.
out the thing, sort
out the thing.
Alright.
And then, you know, like when I mentioned about the drop soap thing, you know, sometimes you have to drop a soap, or sometimes you have on one skirt in the house and you left off one part of your garment and just bend over to take up something.
Sit down bad.
But it's a sit down.
Sit down bad. You mean?
But there are many little things you can do to spice up the thing, right? Yes, so whenever you feel like the vibes they go, find something to bring back the groove. Yeah?
Right. One other thing I add this. The gentleman, even the lady can do it as well. If you have kids and you know the person probably work late coming home and all these things, probably get a colored light, a colored bulb I should say.
Oh Lord.
Colored bulb. A colored bulb can go in the room. Red or blue can work.
Red or
Can use it.
red or green. Stop and go play the game.
Alright.
Green go, red stop.
Get some flower, some petals. Where they want the real petal, they want to buy the plastic one from China. It will work. But the real one works better. Alright? Sprinkle it, man, on the step. Make some trail. Bring it. Just bring it in. You can left some little notes.
And he likes candles too.
Left some little notes. So, for example, you put the flower trail and you leave it at a spot. You put a note at the spot. See what you want to say in the note. But I'm going to tell you.
Listen and learn.
See what you want to say at that thing. So if you want the person, say take off your shoes right here. Drop everything right here. And you move on again with some more flowers petals. So the person is following the petal. Remember something more?
Petal trail.
You follow the petal trail until you reach to the spot that you want the person to be at the spot, and then you put a note and tell whatever you want in the note to be done. Let it be in the note. You want the person to put on a different clothes, you can put the clothes there so the person can put on the clothes. You move on to maybe a candlelight dinner. It could be a champagne, you know, non-alcoholic if you are that person. You move from there with it, make everything look different, not everything to be the same as before. You know, spice up the thing, man. Do some things.
Yeah. So, wanna hear from yourself. You hear? Spice up the thing. Alright. The question here kinda heavy. Yeah, this is the question kinda heavy.
But we can manage it.
Let's see if we can handle it. So the question says, as a Christian, are there any positions that you deemed not right for a Christian? Lord Jesus. You want to give them some water, Solomon?
No, we're not going there. But what I will do say is this. Biblically, the Bible says that the bed is undefiled. And if the bed is undefiled, whatever happens in the bedroom,
I feel business.
It stays in there. I will tell you for sure though, there are certain acts that is not forthcoming or
will not be forthcoming.
There are certain acts that is not Christ-like. I will tell you that. And I think by now you know them, so I would not have to be telling you as we are doing the video. But if there are certain acts that is not becoming of a Christian, and that is straightforward and plain. Alright? So there are certain things that you definitely know that we're not going to be doing. Alright? If you want me to go specific, I will tell you one-on-one. I can tell you that for sure.
Ask us.
Alright?
Message us
Just
on
message,
Instagram, follow us on
Instagram.
Instagram. We will answer you directly.
There are certain things that we will definitely not do because of our moral principles that we have. Alright? But I will tell you for sure that once it is deemed worthy and clean, we are all for it.
Alright. The question I'm gonna get up in here. Are there any instances where after sexual intercourse you felt like you were not satisfied?
Of course.
Duh.
I'm in a 9.58. I'm in a 9.58.
Especially, let me tell you something. It's when being a nurse and you work 12-hour shift and come in. Listen, I want lazy one him again. I mean, now go all up in that. So you better take one and get and go on.
Alright, people, put it this way. I'll go be straightforward. Sometimes you're tired. And I have to be understanding.
Realistic.
Alright? and she find that to be the same. Although me I was ready still, but I don't know. Sometimes
You call one
ever ready. Me tell her straight up, a straight shot. Me always ready. However, I will admit, and I tell her sometimes that honestly, sometimes you're not in the mood, but you have to get in the mood. For a man, you just have to get in the mood. But if a mood you're not in, once your wife ready, you have to get in the mood. It's a must, you have to get. If you not get in the mood, a problem later on. Alright, so you just have to get in the mood.
Enough problem.
That is no joke about it. But on the side of the ladies though, I do understand, and depending on the work that the person doing, especially if it's a woman, nurses tend to stand a lot for the day. I know person, if you're a security guard, depending on probably where you work, you stand probably for the whole day. So then you would not expect your partner, your husband, when you come home, to tell us you want a 2-hour shift after you do 12 hours. You understand me? I say, I have 14 hours.
Sometimes,
but
putting all of that aside, sometimes you're tired, and you only say, boy, just get you over with and done. But then, what you think would have been half an hour turn into 3 hours. So it can take sometimes. But yes, there are times when that do happen. And our final question. Whew. I heard you guys mention on your honeymoon night that you did not get into it right away. However, what about when you actually got into it? Were you completely satisfied?
No, hold on. That person who asks a question.
Too bright.
And not too bright, but that person pays special attention to that particular one, because that is way down. We know we talk everything except that one was way down at the end of the video. So that person really
thank you for
watch
watching
it.
the video, because you watched the video to be able to pick that up.
Thank you, because honestly, I was not expecting anything for that question. Probably somebody gonna ask how was the wedding night, but not in that detail to know that you said that.
I will tell you how the wedding night go. We talk subjects.
But that night we did have a long conversation.
Subjects. Speaking subjects.
A long conversation. We never rush into it. I tell you straight up truth. I never rush into it. We never rush into it because of course we have the next day and we have the rest of the life. So
and by the way, we were tired.
I like to. Cause honestly, men, not feel away if the lady for that honeymoon night, I tell her say she tired and all this. Don't feel away because I'm sure you know exactly. So, say.
I'm gonna mess up your meds.
my meds straight, man. What may I say still is simple. The wedding day alone is going to be stressful. I guess the best part of it would be the reception. We don't know everybody kind of relax.
Yeah.
And the whole drama actually finally played out. But then when you get to go to the place, depending on how far you're gonna go now on the wedding night.
Oh, we missed a question.
Alright? Yeah. Depending on how far you're gonna go on the wedding night, that's gonna take something like that. But then at the back of your mind, you're always going to be wondering what's going to be like, what the person gonna bring to the table now, or to the bedroom, to the situation. And you just have to hopefully the night end with a good thing. Don't just rush into it. Just take your time. You can drink some non-alcoholic champagne. Just drink something and
drink something.
Try to get your frame of mind.
Pastor, hope you hear that. You hear, Bishop? Yes, drink something.
All I'm trying to say is this. The day is already stressful. Just go and just take your time.
Relax.
Don't rush. Relax. I know this is probably not a part of the question, but I'm going to mention it because guess what? I'm an early morning person. Standard attention early mornings. Early morning
keep convention.
So you know that when I work late, you come home in the night, you just want to hold a sleep. You just want to hold some sleep. If it's a half an hour sleep, it's all good. But once you get that over,
sleep at that time
when that is done and over, then I move on. Cool? But I'm an early morning person. And I'm making her to be that after 16 years. So she's now getting into an early morning and work. I will work late hours. So we have to just understand and say, if at this we can work, we work with that particular time. And when we do get a weekend, we get a weekend.
So the question was, did you actually feel totally satisfied?
Of course.
Well, I was.
I was multiplying, adding for the whole night. Or for the whole morning, I was adding.
Make a go no and joke. I called my mother that morning.
Serious?
Me called my mother that morning about one guy in my yard. You know what my mother do? My mother said, man you want, man you get, and hang up the phone for me. Me don't laugh. True. Satisfied? Anybody who asks me that the question, they know. I run me the one, I run away. But satisfied.
You never satisfied? Eh? You never satisfied?
Satisfied way. None of them the condition there. Satisfied?
But you were in all smiles the morning?
Listen to me, man.
You sleep, yeah?
You smile.
I did put on that show. I can't miss the morning, you know.
Listen to me. The smiles were simply saying, I'm actually married.
Okay.
Do this. This is yeah.
Okay.
But I fire me tail.
Why they must steal him think I cold breeze?
Well, I think that we missed one question, but nothing too big. Let's see if I can run back to it. So this I think is directly to you, Bob. Are there any type of are there dress codes that you prefer to see your wife as a Christian in? And how does this affect you?
Well, if you want more specific, it all depends. Because if it's the dress code, if it's going out, that's a different dress code. Because I wouldn't expect you going out to be
in a church clothes.
To be in comparison to when you are at home. That's a total different dress code. Or maybe if you're at home, but it could also be if you're going to bed, that's a different dress code. Alright, so we can address the three specific. If you're going out, number one, I don't like see ladies dress skimpily when you're going out. Because as a man, I don't want to see too much. That's straight and forward. And I don't want to see too much. Because when you see too much, you're going to say then, if I this you have, me don't need to go further than that. No, you need to hide. There are certain things that need to be surprised. For me, that's for sure. I'm not going to tell her straight because she know me and she know me. I'm not going to tell her so when we go up on the road and I see a lady dress skimpily, me not gonna look. I look, of course, me look.
Of course, me look.
Yeah,
sometimes me I show him.
And me I tell her, say, yo, me I look. Me not tell her no, me look. It's just that me don't.
Sometimes me I show him.
It's just that honestly, I don't try to take a second look. Me look one time and the one time me look, he gone out of my mind and gone. But don't take a second look.
He's being real.
Alright?
And this is what we have to do. We have to be real.
The second thing is that when you're at home now, you know the kids are around, you probably neighbor come in your yard. Probably have a friend come in your yard. So you dress appropriately. So things still cover but not too fully covered as if you're going out or you're going to church. Cool? No, that's a different story. When you're going to the bedroom, that's a different story because you're not going to the bedroom. As she tell you, I'm love to cuddle. And a funeral thing this in a bridge. No head now cover. And the only way the head cover unless it's a brand new hairstyle. And yeah, it depends because you don't know if things go
rough. Yeah,
if things go rough. If things go rough, if you ramp rough, you can't go and you want you know what, you can't nice everything when the ball game different. I rugby me I play tennis. No. If it's situation demand roughness I go on. Cool? Now there are certain dress code. I know ladies normally dress in tights depending on their time of the month. Me understand the whole situation. But if nothing go on, sometimes nothing go on either. Meaning you dress as dear as a deer, so me I say, hello. Should we tell you I'm in a favorite? No, listen to me. There was a point where I realized she had dressed like how my grandmother normally dress. Hello, Bridget. People, me tell you me shoot, me go on my bed with one scissors. Me not tell you no lie. Me go on my bed with a scissors. Me go on my bed, you know like a cutter knife is and cut box. Me go on my bed with one cutter knife. I guess that sharper that one, scissors. And all we need to do, I grab any part of it and once me come so, the knife bust everything, just the one cutter. But me go on my bed with scissors of course. Me cut it off man, how do you? And you don't know me cut it off, you know what I go on. So,
you have to buy back.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. In comparison to what I got, that is priceless. In comparing to a lingerie and the satisfaction I get, that can buy back with ease. That can buy back tomorrow morning.
He might exaggerate about how grandmother used to dress.
Then me overdo it a little
He
bit.
might exaggerate, not no gusto. It's just that I would wear like tights in the house. Sometimes you hold your fresh and you go to your bed. You talk and you just go in the bed in the tights, you fall asleep in the tights. The only thing for you feel is loose. You look, you cut it off. It was never planned. It was never intentional.
And I can tell that sometimes the best time is the unplanned one. Sometimes you plan a thing and you don't go good. Sometimes you plan a thing and you shut off like Usain Bolt, 9.58. I have to rehearse and come back again and you say, God no, sometimes you're too excited. And you just
shut off.
Alive. I'm not gonna tell no lie. Alive. Any man tell me say they don't do that, I lie them I tell. You can't tell me nothing not true. So sometimes you flap yourself, you're overexcited, you shut off fast like a shotgun. But you have to just come back and you don't know. You make it up. I guess so, yes, when you shut off quick. You upset, you know. But you think are you alone upset? Your wife upset because she don't get no pleasure. So you do what go on. She vex and you can't touch her because you already gone. She don't start yet. So
we do have those experiences. So if you want to hear more, you want to talk further, remember to share the videos, share the link, like the videos, and please encourage your friends and your families. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe and please hit the notification bell so you don't miss a you don't want to miss none of the video them. Please
right.
don't miss none.
And I must say thanks to all the subscribers. We have hit 120.
It's 122 we are at.
Yeah, we're at about 120 now.
Thank you guys.
Thanks to
Thank
everybody.
you so
Please
much.
to like, share, and subscribe. I must tell Brother Graham, Brother Steen, big up myself, Brother Steen. I'm getting some comments from back in Jamaica. A lot of comments. Big up all my friends. My Sanders crew, big up on yourself. I can't call out everybody's name, but big up on yourself. The crew. Worse.
I don't want to start calling names because if I do, I'm gonna be in trouble. So all the people who have subscribed so far, thank you so much. Continue to share the videos, please.
Yes.
We have to reach 1,000 subscribers. Whatever way you can help, just share. Please share, subscribe, and help us to grow. Thank you so much.
All right.
See you again.